Hello, welcome to The Whole Traveler. I'm Jeffrey Gard, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the special places that you can visit in and around Mexico City. If you're in my Mexico City series, make sure to check out my other videos on things to do in Chapultepec Park and the city center and Zócalo. I also have travel PDF itineraries and resources on my website, thewholetraveler.com, which are absolutely free. I don't even ask you for your email or anything like that. It's hassle-free. The only help I'm really asking for is please subscribe, like, and hype on this video if you found it useful. All right, let's get started. The first on the list are the mythical and mysterious pyramids at Teotihuacán. Before I say anything else, I cannot recommend this enough, but hire a tour service. We went with Expedia and absolutely loved it. We met at a central location in Mexico City and in a van that drove us to the site with a guide who explained so much, and I think this is really where the quality comes into play. When you have a tour guide, they're going to tell you a lot of insider stuff about Teotihuacán that is really going to make a huge difference in your experience there. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, the creators at Teotihuacán are still actually unknown, believe it or not, right? When the Aztecs arrived centuries later, they were already awestruck by the ruins and named it Teotihuacán, which means the place where gods were born. Whoever built it vanished abruptly. No one knows where they went. There's no written records. There's no clear reason why the city was abandoned at its peak. At its height, Teotihuacán was one of the largest cities on Earth, home to more than 100,000 people. The massive Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon align with cosmic events, suggesting that these folks, whoever they were, had deep astronomical knowledge. This was a city designed not just to be lived in, but to be understood as a sacred place. Inside the residential compounds, archaeologists discovered vivid red murals that were painted directly onto plaster walls, images of jaguars, feathers, rain gods, people drowning, ritual processions. They weren't decorations, they were historical narratives, symbols of power, belief, and order. Teotihuacán was buried for centuries under soil and, of course, legend. Teotihuacán slowly emerged through excavations beginning in the late 1800s when they were rediscovered. What remains today is a city that is frozen in time with tons of questions. When you walk along the Avenue of the Dead, you don't just visit the ruins, you step inside one of history's greatest unanswered stories. Who were they? Where did they get all this technology from? And that mystery is exactly what makes this place so unforgettable. In Mexico, folk art isn't just a side note to culture, it is culture. And at the Museo de Arte Popular, the folk art museum in Mexico City, you step into a world where craftsmanship, identity, and imagination are all fused together with the incredible level of folk art here. It tells a story of Mexico's regions, Oaxaca, Michoacán, Guerrero, Chiapas, each with its own visual language passed down through generations. What makes Mexican folk art so extraordinary, in my opinion, is its technical mastery. These aren't just simple crafts. The embroidery can take months to complete, each stitch planned with mathematical precision. Pottery is shaped, fired, and glazed using techniques older than the Spanish conquest. Wood is carved so finely it seems to move. Alebrijes explode with color, their patterns so intricate they rival painting. But this art was never meant for museums. It's folk art. It was made for daily life, homes, rituals, festivals, altars, celebration. Function and beauty were never separated, and that's what gives these works their power. They are alive with purpose, story, and celebration of identity. The museum itself elevates these traditions without freezing them in time, which is what I absolutely love. Contemporary pieces sit beside ancestral forms, proving that folk art in Mexico isn't just nostalgic, it's evolving. And this isn't decorative art, it's accumulated knowledge, patience, and pride made visible, and once you see the skill behind it, you quickly realize that this is some of the most sophisticated art in the world. I absolutely love this museum. It's so under the radar, but I'm telling you, if you go, you will walk out just completely impressed and wowed. Now, this is a really interesting place. The revolutionary monument rising from the heart of Mexico City. Spanish name is the Monumento a la Revolución, and it's one of the city's most powerful what-ifs. Yeah, what-ifs. This colossus structure was never meant to be a monument. It was originally designed as Mexico's new national capital. That rotunda was meant to be the actual capital, an architectural statement of modern power. But the Mexican Revolution kind of interrupted things, and the project was abandoned before it could be completed. What remained was this massive steel and stone skeleton that was later transformed into a monument honoring the revolutionaries who reshaped the country. Inside, there's a museum, and yes, most of the exhibits are actually in Spanish without English translation, but you know what? That's okay. Seriously, even if you don't read a word of Spanish, the building itself does the talking. There's a lot of architectural photography and models that you can really enjoy and appreciate. The scale, the symmetry of the museum itself, the industrial steel ribs hidden beneath the stone, it's all doing an emotional level of work as you just are blown away by the framework that went into building this place. And then there's the climb. You can ascend all the way to the very top, part by elevator, staircase, and then finally this narrow ladder that almost feels illicit. Like you're not supposed to be doing this. It's tight, it's vertical, but you know what? It is absolutely worth it. At the summit, your reward is one of the best panoramic views of the city. From here, the Paseo de la Reforma unfolds beneath you. While we were there, there was a protest. A big, giant, peaceful protest happening that we got to see from high above. And it was kind of romantic, being that we were in the Monument of the Revolution. So it was kind of cool to see it. This isn't a polished tourist attraction either. It's raw, it's ambitious, it's still kind of unfinished. And that's kind of the point, you know? The Monumento a la Revolución stands as a reminder that Mexico's story was forged through upheaval, interruption, and transformation, and that's still going on. And sometimes that's what makes the most meaningful landmarks, in my opinion. But this is one that's also under the radar for English speakers. You definitely want to check it out because you won't forget it. We have just wrapped up our time at the artists market, which is Mercado Artesanal de la Ciudadela. I probably completely butchered that, but it is the artist market of the little city here in the heart of Mexico City, in the city center, and it is a treasure trove of beautiful, handcrafted, artisanal Mexican work. Perfect for souvenir hunting. If you're looking for those authentic, beautiful little Mexican gems, the Mercado is really the place to be. But it really is a beautiful place. You can actually go in and see some of the market stall operators working on their crafts and get a sense of how they're made. And it's really incredible. And you know, the best thing of all is that you're supporting local artisans. So many of these people depend on these markets for their livelihood, and so to be able to go and spend $40, $20, I don't actually barter. I just pay whatever they tell me to pay because it's often very affordable. We bought 2 gorgeous wooden boxes. I forget how much. I think I paid somewhere upwards of like $10. A mug that was hand painted, we paid I think $20, I want to say, or no, $2. $20 for a mug, $2 for a mug. But I mean, these things are
really affordable for us as Americans, which is why I don't quibble on the price. I'm happy to pay the extra. I'm very happy to pay that, very happy for the experience, very happy to reward those artisans who spend their time hand painting all of it. So it's definitely worth it to me. You might think I overpay, but I don't feel like I do. Happy to support these folks. It means a lot to them, it means a lot to me. And I think that's what it's all about, especially when you buy souvenirs. And of course, these are souvenirs that you can find anywhere in Mexico, but coming here to this place, it can be a little overwhelming, but I think that you'll enjoy it because your senses will be delighted by all the different kind of handcrafts and creative treasures that you'll find that will definitely remind you of your time in Mexico City. Then you can cross the street and there's some really beautiful parks. Here, I just want to show you this one. This is what I love about Mexico, is that it's so gorgeous. It's just, it has a European feel, although it's not European. It has a very, there is no comparator to Mexico, I have to say. Mexico is Mexico. It's its own place, its own vibe, its own flavor, its own style. And that's what I love about it. So you have this beautiful park, and then across the street is the artisan market. Once you finish shopping, you can come here to clear your head because it is overwhelming. You have all of these choices to make about what handicrafts you want, what artisan fare you want, and it's kind of beautiful. And then you come out here and you just allow this greenery to kind of clear your mind, clear your head. It's actually very peaceful here, I have to say. And this park is very mindful, very demure. I think a lot of people would approve. But yeah, I mean, I also love the way the sunlight cuts through the park and the sunlight dabbles the trees and the bushes. The statues are really beautiful too. I mean, this park is old. And that's another thing about Mexico. Mexico is so much older than the United States. And of course, if you also count the indigenous nations that lived here, it's ancient, you know, one of the most ancient places in all of the Americas. It's right here, Mexico City.
The next two museums are going to take us into the ritzy and glitzy Polanco neighborhood, which is kind of like the Beverly Hills of Mexico City. First museum is the Museo Soumaya, and you don't approach this place, you encounter it. It looks like an alien craft has just dropped itself down into Mexico. Or like one of the pyramids could have melted. Rising in Plaza Carso, Museo Soumaya is this wild, amorphous form that looks less like a museum and more like a sculpture dropped into the city. Wrapped in thousands of shimmering hexagonal tiles, the building shifts with the light, giving it this constantly changing amorphous movement. Inside the museum, the experience continues, pulling you through centuries of art, from European masters to one of the largest collections of Rodin sculptures outside of France. It's dense, overwhelming, and unapologetically ambitious. The Soumaya isn't about quiet contemplation. It's all about spectacle, scale, and access. Admission is free, and the collection is massive. But the art is so beautiful. The building alone is worth the visit, in my opinion. And the Museo Jumex was designed with restraint and intention. It's a contemporary art museum that counters to the Soumaya. Jumex focuses on contemporary and conceptual art, which can often be very challenging, sometimes confrontational, and always in conversation with the present. Exhibitions rotate frequently, featuring a lot of international heavyweights alongside Mexican artists pushing new ideas forward, expanding boundaries. What makes the Museo Jumex special is its clarity. The galleries are clean and spacious and minimal. This is not a museum you want to rush through. It's a place to slow down, really think, and recalibrate. And in a city as dynamic as Mexico City, that quiet intellectual space feels like a luxury. Standing in the middle of Reforma's relentless traffic, the Angel of Independence, Ángel de la Independencia, isn't something you casually visit. You survive your way to it. You'll see what I mean when you're crossing that street. You can't enter it, you can't climb it. The monument is meant to just simply be admired from below, preferably after dodging cars and reminding yourself that you're still alive. It was erected in 1910 to commemorate Mexico's independence from Spain. The golden winged angel of victory isn't actually angel at all, it's the goddess Nike, the classic symbol of triumph and victory. Beneath Nike lies a mausoleum that honors the heroes of independence, turning this into both a celebration and a memorial. Her orientation matters. Nike is facing toward the Zócalo, which is the historic heart of power into Mexico City, symbolically linking the modern nation to its colonial and pre-colonial center. Now that's gonna do it for us with terms of things and places to see in Mexico City. And if you look at all three of the videos I put together, I've introduced to you over 20 places and sites to go see and visit and enjoy. And honestly, that is just a small fraction of what is available in Mexico City. Mexico City is huge. I love this place. You can never get enough of it. It always seems like there's something new. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. I always respond to my comments. I'm always interested in learning more. If you have something to share, drop a comment. Thank you so much for paying attention to all of this stuff, and I hope if you go to Mexico City, you really have a great time. Take care.